you know whose name you're carrying? Hey friends, it's Pastor Mike from Fellowship Church. Always enjoy connecting with you midweek. Hope you're having a wonderful week. Hope you know that you are loved and prayed over. That thought for you again. Do you know whose name you're carrying? There's a great passage in the book of Ephesians. It's Ephesians chapter 3, I think, fairly early on in that chapter. And it's the Apostle Paul speaking. He says, "For this reason, I kneel before the Father, from whom his whole family in heaven and on earth derives its name." It's kind of a full passage there. There's a lot going on. A couple thoughts I have from that. First of all, apparently God has family both in heaven and on earth. That's what it says. It says his whole family in heaven and on earth derives its name. It doesn't say families as if there's more than one. It just says family. So apparently, God only has one family. Now that family may be dwelling in two different locations. Some are in heaven and some are on earth, but God only has one family. Hey, you know what? That gets me thinking about death differently. Makes me think differently about people whom I've lost. God didn't lose them. They didn't even leave the family. They're just living in a different place now. That's a thought to keep in mind. But here's something else to keep in mind as well. That passage says God has a family in heaven and on earth. But God also says we derive our name from Him. In biblical times, that was a very powerful statement. In biblical times, your name was the most powerful, the most valuable thing you owned. Remember that passage from the Old Testament where God is out with the Israelites there at Sinai, and God says, one of the commandments, "Do not take the name of the Lord your God in vain." I always thought that meant don't swear or don't say bad things. That's really not what it means. What God was saying is, hey, I'm giving you my name. I'm placing my name upon you. Don't take my name in vain. Meaning, when you have my name, recognize that you have something that's very powerful. Don't trash it. Don't misuse it. Don't abuse it. Don't cause it to become less in value or authority or reputation. I'm giving you my name. I want you to take it, but don't take it in vain. Take it as something that's important. You recognize the fact that when God calls you family, heaven and on earth, a really cool idea, but when God calls you family, what God is doing is giving you His name. It's like God is placing His name upon us. That's how we get to be called children of God. That's why we're the family of God. God says, I'm giving you my name, and then God says, just be really, really careful how you use it. It's like a dad saying to his kids as they're leaving the house and heading out on a Saturday night, hey, be careful out there and don't forget who you are. Don't forget that you're carrying the family name with you. Don't embarrass us. Don't destroy our reputation. It's all we have. God would say the exact same thing to us. When you're out there living in the world, God would say, don't forget who you are. Don't forget that you're my child, my family. I've given you my name, and it's something that carries a really good reputation with it. Please don't destroy it. Please don't damage the reputation. Please don't hinder my name. That's a great thought there. The idea of taking God's name is really God giving to us an incredible gift and then saying, just be careful with it. There's a lot of power in this. Hey friends, what are you doing with God's name these days? And are you living in such a way that God would say, I feel really comfortable putting my name upon you? Or do you think God ever has days when He says, you're not living up to the name all that well? Something to keep in mind, friends. I hope you understand you're part of the family of God and you are carrying His name. Hope you're having a wonderful week. Know that we love you, we care about you, we're praying for you, and hope that you are living up to God's name really well. Take care. God bless. Have a great week. Bye-bye.